Welcome to the Quest Forums channel and happy Independence Day to you. I talk a good bit about how Christianity is a universal religion, that it's not tied, at least not anymore, to any national identity, certainly not for the United States. But I am an American, I do love my country, and I do know that there's a very important connection between Christianity and this country. You just have to look at our history in order to see that, recognizing the fact that a number of the original British colonies in North America, including my home state of Pennsylvania, that they were created with freedom of conscience in mind, with giving people the opportunity to worship as their hearts dictated to them. And from there, as these different colonies, as they had to work together and face a hostile wilderness, they realized that the differences that were tearing Europe apart really didn't matter in comparison. That what mattered were the similarities that they could unite around. Then it led to the realization of some principles, recognizing the fact that no one really does have a right to force someone else to worship a particular way. That that's between them and God. And then just kind of extending that from there, that there's so much that human beings were created by God in His image, and therefore we're all equal. That Jesus Christ died for all people everywhere. And again, that means that we are all equal. When you recognize those things and you apply it to religion, eventually you're going to apply it elsewhere. And just realize that when it comes to politics in general, when it comes to government, that no one has a right to rule just by being born. That people are not better or worse than others on the basis of their nature. That we are all the same, and that should guide politics. That government should take its power from the consent of the governed. And this is what we find expressed in the Declaration of Independence that we're celebrating today. This is what we also find in this idea that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that these things come from God, and that therefore no one has the right to take them away, especially just on an argument of the basis of their birth. And so this has been a great blessing to have. And religion, which led to these liberties, has been defended by these liberties. And in the United States, we've been able to practice our faith freely and to share it freely. And that has been a wonderful thing as well. But the most important thing that we want to keep our eyes on is the fact that all of the freedoms that this country has, all the model that it's been to the rest of the world, is still ultimately just a shadow. Because the things it's offered freedom from, and eventually that we've learned to overcome slavery, and as we fight poverty, and as we prevent tyranny, that none of those things compare with the greatest thing that holds humanity captive, which is death. That the United States cannot overcome death, but Jesus Christ has. He offered His life as a sacrifice to cover our sins, which lead to death, and then He conquered the grave in His resurrection and made it possible that anyone who believes in Him will do the same. That by trusting in Him, we will be freed from death, and we will no longer be held as slaves to it. And that is the greatest freedom that's available of all. And so today we celebrate the fact that we can know this truth and we can share it with others however much we want to. And all the other blessings that come with living in a nation like this, and hopefully can be an inspiration to those around the world to seek the same things that we've discovered. But again, especially, the thing most of all that we need to share is the message of the gospel of Jesus Christ, and that He has made it possible for us to live forever. And so I do hope that you have a blessed holiday, that you spend some time to think on these things, and that it will elevate the experience for you. Thanks very much for checking out this video. And until next time, keep looking up.